Hi, I'm Ashley Osborne, PropTech pioneer and CEO and co-founder of Deval PropTech, the digital platform that levels the playing field for smart property investors. Today I want to talk to you about one of the mistakes that we see investors make buying off plan quite a lot, and that's paying today for tomorrow's growth. And it's a really big issue that you need to think about. You need to think about your position buying off plan and how you're working with the developer in order to fund, which is what you're doing, that development taking place. Now, if you look at the developers, they're taking a lot of risk by buying the land, getting planning, etc. But you too, as the investor, are also taking a lot of risk. And what are they? So first is market risk. Now, there's no guarantee that when you buy a property, the price is going to go up. It could stay the same or it could even go down. But if you've signed a contract to buy that property, guess what? You're committed to buy it. Now, you might be able to find a way out of it, but that's not guaranteed. So you need to think about the market risk to start with. Construction risk. Lots of investors just think construction risk, it's the developer's risk, it's not mine. It's not true. You as an investor are accepting construction risk. For all sorts of things and reasons, development can be delayed. Delays in materials, weather, all sorts of things. People wouldn't have planned for COVID and the issues it had with supply chain. So you need to think about what that risk might create to your investment and what might a delay look like. What does the developer like? Are they a reputable developer? Have they delivered a lot of projects before? And have they created issues for customers in the past with construction issues? So you need to think about those things because it's going to have an issue with your development. You need to think about having a long stop date in your construction contract, so in the worst possible scenario, you can walk away if the development's not finished on time. There's a mortgage risk. So when you're buying property off plan, the issue for most investors is it's many years in the future before you're actually going to take possession. And it's really difficult to get a mortgage offer until about 6 months pre-completion. So from your perspective, your circumstances may change, the market may change, interest rates may change. There's all sorts of things that may happen between the time you buy and when you actually get your mortgage. So you need to take that into account because it is a key risk you're taking as an investor. Opportunity cost. So one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about is the money you're putting into an investment, whether it's the deposit, stage payments, or the future payments you're making, creates an opportunity cost because you could have invested that money elsewhere. So you need to think about that opportunity cost that you're taking because some other investment might come up in between the time that you commit to buy and the time you complete. So you need to as well take that into account because you don't know what's going to happen in the next weeks, months, years between purchasing and completion. Regulatory risk is another key risk that you're accepting as an investor. Now, because of the lag between you entering a contract and the completion period, which could be a couple of years, things could change dramatically within the market. So, countries may introduce new stamp duties. They may change the way that you can recognize mortgage interest tax. We've seen that recently in places like Canada, in the UK, in New Zealand. These things are all possible that it might happen. And you need to take this into account when you're doing your sums and you're working out what your risk profile looks like. It's for these reasons that you can't pay today for tomorrow's growth. That growth is the return you're expecting because of the risk that you're taking on. So you need to do your research. You need to make sure that you're only paying what the property's worth today, not what it might be worth in the future. That's your growth for the risk that you're taking. Make sure you do your research. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like it, follow us, or leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you.